The name Lionel Hampton has become synonymous with the word vibraphone, which describes his favorite instrument. A legend among legends, Hampton put an indelible mark of style, talent, and longevity on the music world that will live forever. On August 31, 2002, Lionel Hampton died at age 94. Over the years, we were lucky enough to sit down with the maestro and explore his musical genius. In a moment, Lionel Hampton, a grace note.
Well, I guess I started in my mother's kitchen beating on the pots and pans. I started out as a drummer. I love drums. And then I left that and started playing the Bible harps later years. So it was a lot of fun. Well, see, my family left Birmingham, Alabama when I was a young tot and went to Chicago, like all families did in the South then, going to the North to seek their fortune.
I heard that you and Louis Armstrong had a rather unusual meeting with the Pope in Rome.
Yeah, it was very unusual. Outside of being the world's greatest trumpet player, Louis could make a lot of fun, had a lot of humor in his dialogue. And so we played a music festival over in Italy, and the Holy Father used to listen at this festival on TV. And so it was about a dozen artists, so he picked Louis Armstrong and I out to be his guests at the Vatican when this affair was over with. And so we went to the Vatican, and the Holy Father was so glad to meet us, and he gave us all kind of medals and all kind of blessings. So he said, he told his aide, he said, I want you to take Mr. Armstrong and Mr. Hampton down to the submarine basement where we keep the dead saints. Said they go down there and they get a blessing. So Louis turned around and asked me, he said, what do you mean about the dead saints? I said, well, that's down in the catacombs where they keep the dead saints, and you go down and pray and you get a blessing. All Catholics do this. So Louis looked at the Holy Father and he said, hey man, he said, I'm gonna split. He said, because I'm a Baptist anyway. Here's a lady who helped start this all about 10 years ago.
Never one to turn his back on those in need, Lionel Hampton was active in many charities. In 1974, he constructed a 355-unit apartment complex in Harlem. Considered a landmark humanitarian effort, the Lionel Hampton House filled a huge void for hundreds of Harlemites in desperate need of housing. In 1980, Hampton would complete another feat in a long list of deeds for his people, the Gladys Hampton House. Named after his late wife, it was a 205-unit complex positioned directly across the street from the Lionel Hampton House.
I think that the Gladys Hampton House is one of the finest apartments that have been put together in Harlem.